This is another culture shock that foreigners are having in China. It has to do with children's safety. Imagine a country where a child can walk this freely. The age of the child, have you seen it? Okay. And this isn't a third world country, as so many people would want you to believe. And it's not a collapsing economy either. You can see how the airport is flooded at 5 a.m. So, children's safety in China, in a country well populated as
We
China.
came a lot to China. Very safe. I have kids,
Mm.
and
No, we're very
it's
safe.
safe. It
Safe,
is
yeah,
safe.
yeah.
No drugs,
No, yeah,
no weapons, no guns.
yeah,
I can let my kids go. Bubble tea, Swan Yu, they like Swan
yeah.
Yu. They can go alone. No, nothing happens here.
And it is very safe.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Everything. People are nice.
Nowhere in the world would I give my baby to a total stranger that I've never met before. But in China, I can because the people are actually very kind and loving. I want you to see this. Look. Look. Isn't that cute? Yes, 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 yes. So here in China, I can trust people because the people are so caring. That was actually one of the workers in the restaurant, and she saw that we were holding the baby, and she said, "Hey, let me hold the baby so you guys can be free to eat your food." So isn't that thoughtful and amazing? That's a really good example of the beautiful culture here in China.
So I'm a black girl living in China and don't mind the vest and everything. I'm on my hot girl walk. But I do want to say that one thing I've noticed ever since leaving America is the kids here, they play outside way more. Like, I don't know, it just seemed like in America, like, kids don't really play outside anymore. Like, I guess it's not safe. It's not really, like, outside friendly anymore. Parents don't really trust their kids being outside by themselves, especially, like, with all the, kidnappings and stuff going on. But in China, these kids play outside, like, without any parents around. So that's definitely something that I love about being here. And of course, me and my fiance plan on having kids in the future, and that's definitely something that we would love for our kids to experience. Just to simply be outside, free in nature, and actually enjoy being outside, just like we did when we were younger. It seems like a lot of kids are replacing going outside for, the screen, the tablets, technology. And that's something that we don't want our kids to, be accustomed to. And, it's very scary for kids to be on social media nowadays. So, yeah, that's one thing I have noticed about, living in China. Of course, the kids aren't out playing right now because they're in school. But they, best believe in the evening, they'll be outside. On the weekends, they'll be outside. When they're not in school, they're outside.
Cool things about life in China is seeing police officers guard schools in the morning. So that's a police car right there, and you see 3 police officers guarding the school. They're gonna be here till all the kids are in the school before they leave. They will surely come back in the evening when classes are over. Right there, there's another security officer or police officer making sure kids can cross the road safely to school. And there's a teacher over there on the other side waiting for the kids with a flag. This is one of the cool things I always love about China. They really prioritize the security and safety of the children in the morning and in the evening. I work in the kindergarten. Every month there are about 4 police officers guarding the entrance of the kindergarten. Let me show you. So you can see that's a police officer. Hello. That's another police officer. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So cool. So yeah, it is a beautiful day. Hi, good morning. Just go to the kindergarten. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Hi.
老师们，你好。
你好，早上好。
老师好。Currently, the time is 4:20 p.m. and the police is right back at the kindergarten to safeguard the children. As you can see, school is over and all the kids are leaving. Parents are fetching the students and the police is right back at the kindergarten to make sure everyone is safe around the school. It is very impressive. As you can see, that's the two police officers right there and the security guard, and that's the police car. So the police is right back at the kindergarten. It is so cool.
Here's a kid's store in the mall. It's got a real rabbit and then live fish you can fish for. And it really keeps the kids pretty busy and happy. So very interesting. Not something you'd see in the United States.
星光降落在你。Last video will go viral. Actually, it's quite common for children to watch free movies in the city square in China. Parents don't worry about their children's safety. Here are no cars and many children come out alone. In the city square, children can also do a lot of things. For instance, they can make handicrafts by themselves and sell them, or they can buy. There is an ice skating rink where it costs about $5 to skate for 3 hours on real ice. They provide free protective gear and instruction. And these little dolphins can help children who can't skate. Children can also ride bicycles and play on the swings in the square. There are so many such parks and squares in China's cities. I will continue to show you around in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Simon here. I am in downtown Shanghai, China. Unbelievable situation. I'm just right located next to a university, and what it is all this food is out here waiting for people. All the students, they come out one by one and they come and collect their food because they get notified by the app. I find that incredible because back in England, people would literally be waiting in corners, just waiting for the opportunity for somebody to drop the food down, and then they would quickly sneak in and grab the food. Honestly, that's the truth speaking there. I can't believe it. Another fantastic reason how China and society gets on. Truly incredible. From my point of view, I think it's amazing.
So speaking of China being ahead of the future and kind of doing things 10 or so years before us, this is what's happening in parts of China now. Kids playing this new game that's probably going to go pretty damn viral around the world, but they're doing it first. And I'm a little bit worried about maybe this being some kind of training.
This is where I find the problem with these reporters who always find faults in everything that China does. You've seen the previous clip. There's security, there's everything set in place to ensure that the children are safe. Do you think really that there is something concerning about them playing outside like this with their cameras? Yes, they're living in the future, then technology they need to anyway practice as well. Because anyway, outdoor games, what do you think? I don't know.
So many people ask me, how do Chinese parents raise their kids? So okay, today I'm gonna show you a classic scene that is called Collective Kids Walking. It's 5 p.m. and this square is packed with parents and kids. Children get full social interaction with other kids while parents chat about their daily life and share parenting tips. And it's not just mom and dads, grandparents often join too. If you ask me if it's safe or not, I'll tell you. In any Chinese city, this is utterly normal. No theft, no robbing, no discrimination, no bullies. Everybody watch out for each other's kids. And what is freedom? I think freedom is feeling no threat. Freedom is equality between people. Freedom is never fearing expulsion from your community. Freedom is every person's right to live their life well.
When I speak about sharing videos about China for cultural preservation, this is what I mean. A country that is developed like China, still keeping its values, and this is what I want to see. This is the influence that I want to see in the world. There's an African expression that says it takes a village to raise a child. But sometimes people would visit Africa and still don't have that freedom to let their children outside, and they're so protective of their children. But also, one thing I've noted, I live in an international community, and I've observed that even people who are Africans are now copying Western people who would come and lock their children in. So you'll see them policing their children everywhere. We live in a safe community where it's very hard. It's impossible for a child to even get out of the gate. But the greenery around is so nice and it's cool. The place is fine. It's safe. But still, we'll see people who are still locking their children in. Yeah, I wish that people will not abandon their values, because this is what makes society a better place to live in. Imagine how hard it is to raise children. If you don't have children, you cannot understand how hard it is. Because these days, when parents raise children, they don't release them and without supervision, which is so hard. Imagine catching up with work, also having to keep children busy on their free time. When you should be free, when they are free as well, you are obligated to also look after them, which is so hard.
You live in China and parents just give their babies to you to take their pictures.
And this happens because in some provinces in China it's very rare to see foreigners, and they love it when they have a picture of their babies and you.
I'm glad you watched this extent. Thank you so much for being here. Like the video, subscribe, and also share your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this compilation? I would love to hear from you. Goodbye for now.